So they do not go Wentz. They do not go Sanders. They go Parsons, Messenger, UCLA. And he clearly, to me, is the best available off the ball linebacker. After him, it drops off. So they like to look at the board and say, we need a linebacker. We should do it right now. I would say Fuller walked on, who was a tackling machine. His instincts exceptional. He's able to slip underneath blocks. He's able to get underneath and get away from him. He's an outstanding blitzer. The place just jumps off the screen when you're watching him. Here's another example of those instincts that show up in coverage as well. So Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah not being healthy, I think, factors into this CD. But this to me is about looking at the microphone fiend is motherfucking back. So here, checking, testing. We are back. We are day 2 of the NFL draft. Day 2. Any kind of drama coming up? Any kind of drama? Let's see. OG is here. OG is doing his thing. We're waiting for the pick to begin. Let's see if you hear me. We're waiting for the pick to begin. We're waiting for the Cowboys to get their shit together. And it is what it is. OG is motherfucking back. Day 2. Kind of get a little bit of light in here. So, a little brim. What's happening? What's happening, everybody? Let's see what we got going. Let's see what we got going. Let's see. Testing. Okay. Sound working. We're getting ready for day 2. I got my dessert going. I got my liquid going. I got that going. So the pick is in. Cleveland is Cowboys trade out the second round pick. Biggie Small. Let's see. Trade out of this one. You can trade out the second round pick, trade down if you want. You can trade out of this shit if you want. You can trade out of this if you want. Trade to the into the second round, and then you can also trade back. You got to pick up that 4th round pick.
Let's see what we got going. You can also pick up that fourth round pick. Let's share the screen here. Let's see what we got going. The screen. Screen. Like and subscribe button. PNJP. Let's see what the Cowboys up to. I kind of wish we can. Let's see. Well, they're gonna trade out of this pick. What they gonna do? Let's see. I expect for them to go defense, quarterback, or defense. I hate to say it. I've been bitching about that all day yesterday. All day yesterday. I've been bitching about that. Gosh, I hate to bring that down.
Back here on the .com side of things, we take a look into the Cowboys.
So I've been bitching about that. So you gave up 300 yards per game, and I should have gotten a little earlier. I'm back. I'm behind schedule, but I'm behind schedule right now. These fools, man. They don't know what they doing, man. They talking about some damn wide receiver. Damn fucking. They don't. They don't know what the hell they doing. Trey out of this pick. And that's what more comfortable. Trade out that pick. Let's see what we got going here. Man, they don't know what the hell they doing, man. Point fucking blank. Let's see who's damn Seattle is second. Best available. You have wide receiver. They got the guy from Ole Miss. You got. Look at this shit. They talking about going wide receiver. Let's see who Seattle take. I can't believe Seattle was up there already. D tackle. Let's see who the D tackle's available. You got Darius available. D tackle. You got Turner available. You have Sanders available from Carolina. You got Farmer available. You got Walker still available. Wow, look at all these D tackles. We got Hammond available. You got 602. You got Smith available. Seattle's pick is in. Chairman Williams up there running. The chairman up there running his mouth. Champ, who are we going with? Wow. Traded out. Wow. Another Tennessee Titans and traded out. Wow. Seattle traded up. So Seattle went. So the Browns went linebacker. Seattle changed out. Oh wow. The Texans with Jaden Higgins. Seattle got a safety. Seattle got a safety. See, look at that. Seattle got a safety. So now you got Cleveland again. Wow, Cleveland again. Wow. Wow, Cleveland again. You got Oakland. You got the Patriots, the Bears. You got the Bears twice. Wow. They got back-to-back picks. Then you got the Jets. Wow, the Bears are killing right now. Yeah, let's trade out that pick. Trade out that pick. Trade out that pick, man. Trade out of that pick. Fucking running back. Trade out that pick, man. Trade down. Pick up the extra third. Trade out of that pick. They're gonna mess this pick up too. Wow. Browns got a running back. Okay. Wow. They just calling off the board. So that means I think we're going defense this round. I think we're going defense. They didn't go quarterback. Wow. No quarterback, no Shador. Wow. Y'all's got a chance to grab Shador. So we are maybe what we were like 8 picks away. Trade back. Trade back out of that pick. Trade out that pick. Trade out of that pick. So the Dolphins up, the Patriots, the Bears, and you have the Saints and the Bears again. The Bears are killing. How did the Bears get so many damn picks? I think who's up next? We have the Dolphins, then we got the Patriots, the Bears, the Saints, the Bears, the Giants, San Francisco. Then like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks away. Trade back out of that damn pick. That pick 44. Trade out of that pick. Trade back. Find somebody else to ride with. Pick up the extra third or fourth. Trade out of that pick. That's for sure. I ain't even talking about no defense. I'm so tired of Brian Bonds running their fucking mouths. I wish I could message their ass. Their defense sucks, and they talk about some damn wide receivers, some damn fucking running back. Old school Fina JP is calming down right now. I had a little bit of pissed me off yesterday. Am I gonna be on there alone tonight? I think it's all. I think they know what they're doing. That's for sure. So all the running backs are off the board. They got 2 running backs. It's time to go defense. Bears on the block. Defense. 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 Bears on the clock. We got D tackle gonna be there, baby. Let's go defense. We got Sharp, we got Turner, we got Sanders available, we got Farmer available, we got Collins available, we got the boy out of Georgia available, we got Tucker available. 337. Tucker's available. There's Tucker. He's coming up, baby. Walker is there. Foster is there. Let's check out a little bit more Walker video. Walker. Let's go defense. There's Walker. Defense. 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 Let's go. Defense, defense. Let's look up on our defense. Motherfucking defense. The defensive tackles, the linebackers, they still got linebackers, they still got tackles there. Work on your defense. Fuck them offensive players. You already started already. You already got your offensive players ready for that. Get your shit together. Come, get you a defensive tackle. Somebody that help get you a defensive tackle, get your linebacker. Some guys are there to help your team out. Stay focused on your damn defense. You gotta pick some Georgia boys, some Alabama boys. Did you still got guys there from Alabama? You still got guys there from Texas, from Ohio State. Pick those guys. Them guys are there.
Thankfully, the rain stopped. That's probably helped out. Rockville was 6-2. Just watch.
I think the Saints trade out this pick. Let's see what's going on. Damn, nobody went up to Shador. Oh my gosh, Shador is right there for the Cowboys. Wow. 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 That's a damn shame. The Saints went out there, bomb ass quarterback. Shador is there for the Cowboys to take. This would be a great opportunity for Shador to learn up on the punk ass Dak. The Buffalo traded up. Oh, Buffalo traded up. Buffalo traded up. Wow. Buffalo traded up. That was the Bears. Buffalo traded up. Buffalo. They traded up. They had to. They sure did. If you haven't, hit the like and subscribe button. Shador Sanders is on the board for the Dallas Cowboys. And we know we need defense, but your quarterback is there. Either the Jets gonna take him or San Francisco gonna take him. Shador Sanders to the Dallas Cowboys. Shador Sanders may go to the Dallas Cowboys. I think Shador is better passer than all these guys are. We know that Jerry likes the flashy players. Shador Cowboys. Shador Sanders to the Dallas Cowboys. Shador Sanders is probably going to the Dallas Cowboys. Trade out that pick. Shador to the Dallas Cowboys. Why did fucking Buffalo move up? They gave up all their picks. Shador Sanders going to the Dallas Cowboys. All these players are project players. We don't even know if this is going to pan out. Shador Sanders to the Dallas Cowboys. Shador Sanders is headed to the Buffalo's up. Buffalo pick your goddamn pick. Ignorant fools. They traded up. Dumb. They going D tackle. They traded up. Who they trade with? You got the Jets. Jets got a chance at Shador. San Francisco, they got a chance at Shador. And you got the Cowboys got a chance at Shador. Pick your damn pick. Told you. That was a dumb trade. TJ Sanders, South Carolina. So you gonna trade out of that?
Hey boy, after I crucify him, you next. Just stay out of my face.
Yeah.
Don't put your back on the side. I thought you said be cool. That was cool. I'm a champ. You should have never came back.
You should have never came back. Give me somebody.
Just be cool.
Give me somebody, baby.
Hey boy, after I crucify him, you next. Just stay out of my face, Joe. Don't put your back on the side.
It's gonna be some fighting, man, if they don't get this shit right.
I thought you said be cool. That was cool. I'm the champ. I'm the champ. I'll beat you like I did last time. You want us to look behind me? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here. And boxing fans around.
All right, let's see what the word is.
So Sanders off the board. Tyler Shutt was the pick before at 40. Jets are on the clock at the moment at 42. Then it's the 49ers and the Cowboys. I know
TJ Sanders
talked about here, and I just to name the guys that we know have been tied to Dallas. Benjamin Morrison, Notre Dame scouts really loved him. Overall, I think Siobhan Ravel Jr., the East Carolina product, is somebody that has been tied with Dallas previously. Maybe he's in this conversation at 44. But I keep going back to the edge rusher well, two of them really. Mike Green, who out of Marshall has that character concern and that flag on him specifically. But I'm looking at the Boston College edge and Donovan Ezeraku there as well.
There's a staff connection to Ezeraku. The quarterback's coach, Steve Shimko, was on staff at Boston College when this kid was a junior. Shimko only joined the staff this past season, so he only missed 1 year with Ezeraku. But he has a lot of background on this player. I'm sure the Cowboys have a lot of homework on this guy that probably only Green Bay could match.
Yeah.
Green Bay has former head coach and Jeff Hafley as their defensive coordinator.
They're gonna fuck this up.
It would be fascinating, but man, this team needs a corner. You would think in this spot. Who are y'all's highest rated corners and defensive tackles left on y'all's?
Well, you want healthy. You want guys that
Just whoever's there for you.
Ravel, Morrison, Will Johnson, Thomas from Florida State. I think Amos is in this this mix right now.
Tackle.
Yeah, I think there's more.
Foster.
There's more quality corners than there are defensive tackle one technique.
I agree with you.
Walker could be the guy too in Kentucky. We're not thinking about either here.
Alphonse
Foster.
Collins, I know they've liked him, but that's more of a three tech. It's kind of an interesting thought when it comes to D tackle. Maybe that's something you address at 76. But right now, Vach, I'm looking at corner as a possibility here. Running back, anybody specific? I know Caleb Johnson.
Straight back.
I had Johnson high. I just don't think they have him as high as I do. And I've got corners that are higher than Johnson now. The way it is on my board for sure.
I think a part of drafting is kind of getting the feel for how the league is drafting. So do you guys think that they would pass on the hurt corners right now because everybody's passing on the hurt corners, and maybe they'll try to see if they can get back around to the third round pick, and maybe they'll go for an edge right now, or maybe a running back right now. Jack Bench is at my board, a wide receiver sitting up there.
Or they're looking at those corners and the stack of guys there with the medical red flags, and they're saying this is the perfect opportunity.
Aaron White cut and just fist bump
Straight out.
Jones.
Because he's a first round pick. Who's that?
Aaron White cut and just fist bump Stephen Jones, D line.
They might.
Alexander?
Terrence Alexander, Alfred Collins, Ezeraku.
And here's Stephen Jones on the phone. Once again, on the 44th overall pick for the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Jets are
Foster.
knocking at 42 in the second round of the 2025 NFL Draft. Their pick is
Foster or Walker?
I wish this didn't have been right before the Cowboys pick and when we were breaking that down, but give us a quick scouting report, Brian.
I'll tell you what, Mason Taylor is a tremendous player. You know, when you start to break down, I know there were a lot of folks that were talking about the Michigan tight end, Warren and all that. But Mason Taylor, when my alma mater there, LSU, he's one of the most clutch players in LSU history. When they needed a big play, the staff went his way. He's outstanding physical traits for the position. He's a nightmare to defend, to have to defend. He's an athletic.
Why the Jets didn't go? Why the Jets didn't go fucking quarterback?
He's natural to adjust throws.
Jeez Louise.
He doesn't flinch at all in traffic. He can withstand crushing hits. I just love this kid. He caught a pass in 37 of his 38 career games. He is one of these guys that he can make the type of plays that moves the chains and is very, very good down in the red zone.
So Taylor goes to go Tigers. So he goes to the New York Jets. The pick is in for the San Francisco 49ers at 43, which means the Dallas Cowboys are officially on the clock.
Trade
Joining us
back.
on the YouTube side, the X streaming side, or on the Odyssey side of things, welcome to the draft show as we break you down to the 44th selection in the 2025 NFL draft. There's still debate going on inside the Cowboys war room. Here is the
Trade out of that pick.
selection at 43. Bill's on the phone.
With the 43rd 2025 class, the 49ers select Collins.
Oh, that's wow. I wonder if that was
Oh,
meant
yeah.
in that room.
Maybe. Maybe so. They don't look too upset about it as they have made a selection here. Jerry Jones is on the clock. He is on the phone as well. Everybody high fiving. And it looks like Will's getting a little bit of a little extra there.
He fought. He obviously fought in this room for a player, and I think he had an idea of the guy that he was looking at when him and Coach Schottenheimer and Stephen Jones were in the war room early. Will was standing up behind his chair and he was looking at the board and he was trying to explain the vision he had for this player. I think this is what we'll see when it's all said and done who it is. But I'll tell you what, I think Will McClay fought really, really hard for a guy.
Matt Eberflus just gave a big hug to Brian Schottenheimer, Jerry Jones, and company. This looks to be a defensive player. We've talked about corner. We've talked about edge rushers. Is this coming down to whoever the scouts and coaches agreed on the most in this regard?
Rebel, Donovan, or
Morrison. They like Morrison quite a bit.
Nick's about to cry. He's got something.
Nick has something here. Do you want to go ahead and talk about it, or we want to play the theater side? I like it. But either way,
will I be excited though, Nick?
I fly.
Okay, cool.
Oh man, I can't wait.
It's a content, man.
So we've got Nick Harris, Brian Broaddus, Tommy Yarish, Vach Lombardi, and Kyle Yeomans. Bobby Pelton, Zach Wolchuk are going to join us very, very shortly, right after the selection is made. And we'll get their thoughts on this as well. The Cowboys go offensive line in the first round. They take Tyler Booker out of Alabama. We knew defense was going to be heavy today, Tommy, at least in one of these two picks at 44 or at 76. Looks like they stuck in Pitt at 44. Do you think this was a thought process from the very beginning?
Yeah, I think defensively, this team, you look at positions like corner and defensive tackle, there are so many needs. You just saw Matt Eberflus get off the phone, and now it's Aaron Whitecotton, the defensive line coach. So even at round 3 at 76, I think defense is still very much on the table, depending on which way they go. Do they go corner? Do they go defensive line here? And if so, do they think somebody's going to be there on the other side of that? At 76, there are definitely some very good players. If it's not a corner, I think you look at some of the names that are still on the board, and Will Johnson, Benjamin Morrison, Savon Rebel, Trey.
I'm sorry about that. I'm getting sloppy.
Thomas. I don't know if those names are all going to be there when you get to 76, but what is to say that they can't be considering what we've seen so far today with so many of these names dropping? So anything is on the table, but it looks like this is D-line given that Aaron Whitecotton.
I think they're going to go with, I think it's,
we might be bolstering up the front here.
Now we're waiting on a
Progress.
to come back on the main feed. This is like when Nicole.
This is what I think it is right here.
Taco Bell commercial.
This wouldn't be green. This wouldn't be Mike Green.
It certainly would be a Cowboys second round special. Very reminiscent of Sam Williams in this spot, right? Is with Sam Williams, you expected him to be in a higher position. It was character concerns.
There was always going to be a spot where Mike Green was going to be taken. And sometimes if you're a general manager that's not going anywhere anytime soon, you can take a little bit of risks like this. And if in fact it is Mike Green, then that tells you a lot about where this organization is as far as
who is Mike Green.
Football players that they think can win games. We'll see if it's Mike Green, but that general manager ain't going to get fired.
Oh, they want to go with Mike Green. Well, it's Mike Green. It might be Green. Damn. They're talking about maybe Mike Green. Mike Green in the house. Get that pass rush. I think it's Walker. Is that Frederick? Travis Frederick. Courtesy went edge.
Boston College kid. This kid knows how to rush the passer.
Both these guys done it.
What? Oh my! I told you I go. Wow, this is some strange shit. Fucking damn. God damn. What the fuck are they doing? Where's this guy at?
Swims and rips through opposing tackles, finds the sides and hands. He comes from a standing pre-snap stance, and transition into what the Cowboys at least have done in the past with Micah Parsons.
This is horrible.
Developed as a level is going to be a perfect fit. Consensus All-American in 2024, 16 and a half, 20 and a half tackles lost. Got this massive wingspan that'll help him improve in the run game. He just comes
Oh my
I think he can really maximize
gosh.
his run game, so it could look like
Unfucking believable.
very early. So right back we've seen this Denzel Walker kid at Boston College. The sense that he can play standing up, standing rusher too. He has some versatility as well.
And it's still gonna go D tackle.
Coverage with him out the flat. This is awesome.
Drop Prince is not good, Danny. This kid was get underneath block. I like your report on this kid because I think you're absolutely right. The pressure that he immediately
It's a reach.
offensive ability to work down the line of scrimmage to get in on plays. He can be so really, really small, get low to the ground, get underneath block.
It's a reach. I don't know, man. I think it's a reach. What's that? What's happening, champ?
What's up, man?
I don't know, man. Watching this weird shit, man. This is some weird stuff
Say,
going
man.
on here, bro.
Say, man, is Mike Green still available?
What position he play?
Defensive end.
Yeah. Yep.
You mean to tell me the Cowboys could have got him, but instead they got this kid from
Boston?
Boston College?
Yep. That's what everybody was saying. Mike Green. Then talking about some character issue shit. Mike Green, yep. Mike Green available, yep.
Damn.
Mike Green is 251. This fucking African dude, they talking about Donovan, whatever his name is, Uwazawada, whatever it is, he's 248.
Wait a minute, how tall is he? 6'2". Damn it, man, they could have got Mike Green instead.
Yep.
What the fuck?
I told you, man, they don't know what the fuck they doing, man.
Yesterday pick, to me, they reach.
Yeah. Yeah, they reach.
Now, no one see to me now. Remember I told you, I ain't have a problem with them getting offensive lineman. But I would have gotten him. I mean, because man, you had the best tight end and still on the board in Ty Warren. You could have gotten
you had a
him.
chance at a running back also.
Not the first pick, not that early. No, not that early.
Okay.
But right now, I'm talking about right now, they really screwed it. Say, go to the defensive tackle real quick.
Okay, let me go back. Okay.
Okay, Mason Graham. Okay, go on up. Let me see. Let me go down. Go down. See, that's who I wanted. Alfred Collins.
Uh-huh.
Man,
he went to
the fucking 49ers.
Yeah, but I wanted Foster though.
Who's Foster?
Florida State got a tremendous upside. His lower body, just strong underneath. What we've been looking for. Though.
What position?
D tackle.
What? Go to him. Let me see.
Just
where he at on here?
Strong. Yeah.
You said Farmer or Foster?
Farmer. Got a strong lower body. 302 got that he got
how much you weigh?
303.
Man, we already got somebody like that.
Well, we need somebody with stronger lower body though.
Yeah, man, I want some fat dude out there. I want somebody like 330, 340, 350 up that middle.
Well, they had a chance for Walker. They didn't grab him.
Damn.
So they still got a problem they still got a problem in the middle of the field. That's what I keep telling everybody.
Yeah, they do. But you know what? But man, I don't know, man.
Have no depth either, though. So if Mozzie get hurt, if Oza is out of
man, this keep Mozzie out of our mouth. Man, you know Mozzie is trash. You can't tell me. You can't tell me that Mozzie done anything. Mozzie Smith is trash.
Right.
You should never got Mozzie Smith.
Right. Oh, censor in there, yeah. So if you never should have got Mozzie Smith, so why?
Hell no, you should never got Mozzie Smith.
So why are you picking away? So why are you not trying to find a replacement for Mozzie?
Hell, I would have been got somebody. Shit, hell, I'm not the one running this damn team.
So basically, so if Mozzie goes down, Ozzie go down, you got no depth.
You got
Who's
but like I
Ozzy?
said, yeah, who is Ozzy?
No, Mozzie.
No, you said the other guy. Who the other guy you talking about?
Oh, who you
You
talking
mean
about?
Osa. You mean Osa,
Yeah,
man.
Osa. I'm sorry, Osa. Yeah, Osa.
No, that guy Farmer, man, to me, he's kind of light. I
Yeah,
want my defensive tackles big.
right.
But Eberflus, he's a Marinelli guy. And that's the type of people who he wants. He wants, like you said, the Cowboys want the defensive ends to stop the run, and they wanted the defensive tackle to go after the quarterback, which is so
Right.
stupid.
Well, so if Mozzie goes down and Osa is production is not there, who else they got to for depth? We don't have no depth on D tackle.
You still got 5 rounds, brother.
Yeah, you still got third round.
Yeah, but these
Hell,
guys gonna be gone though.
but my
They gonna be
problem,
gone.
There are plenty of defensive tackles in this draft.
yeah, my problem is the Cowboys don't have a 4th rounder. That's what I don't like.
Right. So if they would have traded out that second pick, they would have had them a 4th round, which found somebody to ride with.
Now, if they would never traded Minga last year.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
you, you,
Deontay,
you,
what do you think about this pick?
man. Don't be put my government name out there, man.
Oh, my bad.
Deontay.
My bad. I'm just a Cowboy. We think about this. We think about this pick.
Yeah.
This pick,
Yeah.
I just don't care, bro.
That was a reach, bro. This is a fucking reach.
I don't know their draft for it. I'm just sitting back and I'm watching the ride, and we're gonna have to see how this shit play out because I don't understand the philosophy.
I don't either.
You need defensive tackles, bro.
I mean, you know what? I wonder if Collins didn't get picked up by the 49ers, would the Cowboys got him?
I thought for a second that they were gonna take Judkins or Henderson, and it seems
Yeah.
like everybody gets picked, a couple picks right before we ready to get picked. And I don't really know because even the players that are available at the spot that we pick, they're still picking players that's not the best player available.
Reaching, man.
Yeah, they reaching.
I think yesterday, the tackle is a good the guard is a good guard. I think he's going to be successful. But I also feel like you're going to deal with a tight end that was on the board that could have played for you for 10 years and changed the dynamics of your offense, and you passed up on it.
You don't pass up the best tight end like that and get the 3rd or 4th best guard.
Yeah, I don't personally understand it. Most people had him ranked at least 2nd or higher. Some people said he was the
Yeah.
best interior lineman in the draft, but everybody got an asshole and everybody got an opinion. So who the fuck knows?
Yeah, that's true.
I watched the tape. The one thing I like about the guy was that he finished blocks. There was a lot of people on their ass when he put his hands on them. There was a lot of people that ended up on their ass. So that's what you want. You want that from an inside guy. You want them to be able to put somebody on their ass, but you also want them to be able to disengage that block and get to the second level. So when you block a guy and you get him down and you get him out of the play, you're supposed to toss him to the side and go get the next guy.
Don't we got Sam Williams and Nealon though? Parson?
Yeah.
Dante Fowler?
Yeah, but they ain't gonna be able to stop the run.
They ain't
That's our pass rusher.
This guy ain't gonna be able to stop the run either that they just paid. He
Yeah.
ain't a run stopper. He's an edge rusher. 240 something pounds.
Wow.
I think
The
he's
hell are they
247.
doing? Right.
I don't
OG.
know, but
OG.
Yeah.
Go back to the defensive to the pass rusher.
I'm at the pass. Okay, different pass rusher. Okay.
No, yeah. Let's see how much you weigh.
I think 247.
248.
Yeah, 6'2", 248.
Yeah, that was close. I think the website I saw had him listed at 247. So, but that could be a typo. That ain't nothing. That ain't
Wait
nothing to
a
argue
minute. Did
about
we?
1 pound.
Ain't Parsons 240, 248, someone 245?
You getting the same exact bill, bro.
Oh my God! Wow.
Rinse and repeat shit. The thing is, they don't think that Parsons is doing nothing wrong. They like the results that they're getting from Parsons. They're about to pay his ass.
Damn. They had this guy from Oregon with 264, 279.
We looking at this all wrong, man. They are literally okay with what they're getting out of Parsons.
Wow.
Know what?
They in
Be
trouble,
honest.
huh?
Know what? Be honest. I was hoping that the Cowboys drafted Standard just to piss off the Dak fans.
Did I or did I not? Do y'all remember me back in October when I told y'all that if they were drafting best player available, Sanders would not even go top 50? I tried to tell people he's not that good.
Nope. I said he's a
He's not
second, third rounder.
He's not a good quarterback. I don't want to jump on a guy. I don't want to jump on the guy's neck, but I wouldn't even take him. I wouldn't even take him in the fucking second round, bro.
You think about going third?
Listen, if the Steelers pass up on him, and the Browns already passed up on him again, so if the Steelers pass up on him, then I think that's it. I mean, how many times do you think they're gonna let the well go past him?
I know.
Don't the Jets need a quarterback?
Man, there's a bunch of teams need a quarterback. Heck, Cowboys need a quarterback.
Cowboys need a quarterback. That's what I was trying to fucking say. What the hell are they doing? Passing up on this young man. Wow.
Yeah.
So is he going
to
Sanders, Bengals? Where is he going?
Sanders to me, he need to sit at least 2-3 years behind a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Dallas don't have a good quarterback.
They should have traded out and picked. Damn, Chicago picking 3 times in a second. Wow. Wow, Chicago picking 4 times? Dude.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh, 3 times. Wow, they killing. 1.
Yeah, that's man. Right, man. I don't really think Cowboys are gonna draft a running back. That's just the feeling that I got. I think they're gonna go with Miles Sanders, Williams, Mighty Mouse, and Davis.
Right.
So, OG, you don't like the pick from yesterday?
Nah, man. I mean, I'm just trying to understand where they're going, man, because he got to come in and compete with whoever's there. Either TJ Bass or the other guard, and
man, you know the Cowboys gonna make. He already the starter. He's gonna be the right guard. Watch.
Yeah, you don't draft somebody in
wait
the
a
first
minute.
round and
I
not
thought he
start
played on the left side in Alabama.
Yeah, but there ain't much different from left guard, right guard.
Oh, see that right there? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you did the same thing with Guyton. Guyton was a left tackle, a right tackle. You moved to the left side, he struggled.
but that's
That's
tackle
different.
is different
It's
from a guard.
night and day difference, bro. Not the same shit.
Yeah,
But we'll find
because the
out.
guard
We'll
position,
find out though.
because the guard position, you don't have to move as
Yeah,
much.
you play in
But
a tight box.
yeah, but when you play tackle, especially if you to the right tackle, you going to the blind side, which normally that's where the best pass rusher end up on that side. You can't have no rookie person who never played that position and throw him out there to the fire.
Damn, they didn't grab Mike Green. Wait, what's wrong with this damn team, man? Now I bet you Philly gonna grab Green. I bet you Philly get him. Watch. Say it again, champ.
What's up?
No, uncensored. Would you draft the Mike Green instead of whatever the guy name is from Boston College?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Ooh, wee! Look, he put that dude on his ass. Oh my goodness.
Damn, I can't believe they left him out there.
This boy got power. Oh man, yeah, they stupid, bro.
Well, yeah, I'll be back on after the third round pick.
Champ, where you at? You at work or you just?
Nah, waiting for my wife to get out the store.
Are you off tonight? Okay, all right then.
All right, I'll check with y'all later.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, man, it is what it is. I
Y'all
gotta
just gotta take a
what we
deep
roll
breath,
with.
man. You gotta wait for the entire draft to finish before you can see what direction it's going up and down off of every pick. Y'all gonna go crazy, man.
Right. You like this pick?
Nah, not personally. I wouldn't have drafted an edge, but we don't know. The problem is we don't know how the negotiations with Micah Parsons is going. You see what I'm saying? If they don't think that they're coming up with the negotiations with Parsons is working out, they're planning ahead to draft somebody that could be his replacement.
Right.
So again, like I said, you have to wait till the entire draft is done and then take a look at all that they accumulated. I kept telling people they've already taken a quarterback. They gave up a 5th round pick for the quarterback. They're not going to draft another quarterback. They've never in the history of the Cowboys worked like that. They don't double dip that. I think they did it with Troy Aikman rookie year, but that second one was in the supplemental draft. It wasn't in the same draft.
Yeah.
You got people, I don't know, man. Everybody got to calm down. People was freaking out yesterday. They took the trenches. Well, you lost the Hall of Fame right guard. You got to fix that hole. You know, we've been sitting up there speculating they're going to move BB to right guard, but maybe they didn't like the way BB looked as a right guard, and they prefer to keep him at center. So then you got to get you a guard.
Right.
You know, you stuck with Terrence Steele because of his contract, at least for this year. You can get rid of him next year. So you don't have the ability to move Guyton to the right side yet. You might be able to do it next year.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, people gotta slow down, take a deep breath. The Michigan cornerback is still on the board.
Right.
You know what I mean? They've had him as the best player available since like 5 moves in the first round, but he got a knee problem. And do you all your cornerbacks got knee problems right now? Why you don't want to draft another cornerback with knee problems?
Right.
So I'm not tripping off of any one pick. I want to see what the goal is overall. Are they going to continue to draft trench players? Is the next one a defensive tackle? Is the next one an offensive tackle? You know what I mean? What is the mindset? Because if the mindset is run the ball, stop the run, I'm all for that because we've been getting our ass smashed on both sides of the line for the last 2 years.
Right.
If they want to draft edges and defensive tackles for the rest of the draft, I don't give a shit. Fix this fucking defensive line. It is the worst position group on your entire team.
Right. So what this guy gonna give us? He only gonna do pass rush. I don't see no tackling, no.
At that weight, lighting the ass, I don't see him doing much outside of pass rush.
These offensive linemen are what? 300, 320, something like that.
Yeah, you can get up to some guys at 350. That's a lot of weight to try to push around.
Right.
Dude, 100 pounds heavier than you trying to muscle your way through him. But he's a speed guy. He's got a nice bend to him. I watched his highlights. He's got a good bend to him and stuff like that. He knows how to move his hands to disengage, but that's playing against college kids. Getting into the pros and getting up
Yeah.
against these pro tackles is a different story.
Yeah.
You know, but the Cowboys right now aren't very flashy.
No.
Which
He gonna struggle though, bro. I just don't see it.
probably.
Well, at least they got a defensive player again.
But I believe that if most defensive tackles will struggle too, even the ones that Philly took a year or two to develop, they were all over that. What's that? The first one they got from Georgia. Drawing a blank on his name. They were all
Carter.
Carter. Yeah, they were all over his ass 2 years ago because he was getting pushed around. It took a little while for him to get his man body, build his strength up to NFL level. You know, he was pushing people around in college, but he got up against these NFL grown ass men and couldn't get it done the same way. But
right
after 2 years of working out, building up his body, focusing on football, it's different when you got to go to class, you got to study, and you got to work out, and you got to study football. You know what I mean? And then you become an NFL player, and the only thing you got to do is eat and play football. Because the bills, you make enough money to pay your bills, so you ain't worried about that. So your life is to work out, study football, and eat and go to sleep. And you get up and you repeat, and you obsess about football to get better.
Fucking small, dude.
Like
48.
He's light. That's probably a linebacker.
What are they doing, man?
This is how they do it, man. Everybody's acting surprised, but this is what the Cowboys do, time and time again.
Oh,
don't stress it. Wait until the final pick is done, and then you can look at it and go, "This is where we're at."
Oh, you can tackle, but I'm trying to figure out what.
Did they take Sanders yet?
I don't understand what they're doing. No, not yet. Yeah, who need a quarterback? What about Tampa?
A quarterback?
What about who needs a quarterback? You said
there's the Raiders at 58. That's the only one. If the Raiders don't take him, that's it. Tennessee got theirs. Baker Mayfield is too young for them to worry about that. Green Bay got Love. Chargers got Herbert. The Bears got their guy.
What about Detroit?
Denver got they got Jared Goff. They just resigned.
What about injury though?
And they not about to put Sanders back. They're not about to use a pick this high for a backup quarterback. That's not what they don't do that, man.
Well, he ain't gonna go second then, because
nope.
What about Baltimore?
I had Baltimore ain't getting rid of Lamar. Lamar about to get a brand new contract next year, man. They ain't worried about no backup. when you drafting a quarterback in the top 2 rounds, you're looking for somebody to come in and be a starter within the next couple of years. They're not getting rid of Lamar, man.
Yeah. Well, he might not go second then.
If the Raiders don't take him, but the Raiders should get back a couple times.
Behind
But see,
Gino, it could work.
maybe. Because Gino got a 2-year contract. So you're looking at drafting somebody to come in next year to start. Because you can cut Gino next year, or you can say, hey, look, you got 2 years under Gino to learn pro football. And you're gonna come in on your 3rd year, your 4th year, and then we'll talk contract. So the
Yeah.
Raiders can take him. But that depends on how they feel about Gino. They might say, you know what, we're good with Gino for the next 6 years. You know, if they like
Yeah.
what they see from Gino and the problem is Shador, the rumor is Shador was going into these interviews. He thought for sure he was going to the Steelers or the Giants. So when he was going into these other interviews, he wasn't taking them seriously. And that's where all of these talky and unprofessional interviews and all of these rumors started coming around, because he thought he was already dead set and done. And see,
Damn.
so he done rubbed a lot of these teams the wrong way.
Wow.
He even put a picture back on his Twitter a long time ago of him wearing a picture of New York Giant cleats, football cleats.
Oh no.
So these teams ain't gonna put up with his shit, man. They don't need Shador. Shador needs the NFL. The NFL
Right.
don't need him. They will play another game. If he don't get drafted, they will still play a game. But
I heard
what
that
does happen, the lower he
Uh-huh.
goes in the draft, the easier it is to cut his ass and move on. Because the cap hit is so bad.
Well, I heard that somebody just put out an article that they have racked up a lot of money, dealership or someplace, and they owe like 80,000 and millions of giving them, giving them presents, due to uncapped checks. So that's the word on the street right now. Did you hear about that?
Nah, I ain't heard about that.
Yeah, man, they done racked up a lot of money, man. That's somebody put an article out. Some financing company put that out. A lot of money. Yeah, so it looks like he might not go the first round, in the second round. So what are we? Cowboys in the 3rd round? Or we working on defense still?
I think they're gonna get a running back, probably. I think they're gonna start to look at running back. But what's his name came out? Stephen Jones said they happy with their current running back room.
Any running back, he said?
Well, Stephen Jones came out earlier today and said he's happy with the running back room.
Oh, well, that's good then.
I don't know. I'm not happy with it.
You not?
Hell no.
What's the issue with you? I don't like. What's the issue?
They're just old, washed up fucking players.
Right. So you're not happy with Sanders and the guy from Denver?
What'd you say?
The guy from Sanders, that's Sanders and the guy from Denver, right?
You talking about Miles Sanders, man? Washed up ass.
Yeah.
Well,
The guy they just brought
if Miles Sanders was such this dude, why is he available? That's the question you ask.
Right.
If he's such this guy that everybody thinks that can carry the load, why was he available and why is he on a 1-year deal?
Right.
You gotta ask the right questions. Just like people was talking about Cooks coming in here last year. If he was such this guy that can carry a team and be the running back, why is he on a 1-year contract?
Yeah.
You don't pick players up that you think can be a future core piece of your team and
Right.
leave them and put them on 1-year deals so they can ball out and then either take you to the bank or somebody else take them.
Right.
Look like Tampa Bay might take an edge rusher.
Yeah. Oh. So no safe Cowboys, no safety, and no cornerback.
Cowboys don't draft safeties. We know that.
Oh my gosh.
They don't draft safeties very often. But it's like I said, you got five more rounds, but you got 6 more picks. It's okay.
Are we doing?
They're not winning anything this year. So if they don't get a safety this year, they can get a safety next year.
Are we doing round 2s and 3 and 4 tonight? Or what are we doing?
Just round 3. That's it.
2 and 3.
Yeah, everything else is tomorrow at noon Eastern time.
God, this guy's small.
That's why I was texting you last night. I said, go to bed. It's a long day.
Yeah.
Ain't no reason to lose no sleep over these Cowboys.
Right.
This team is going to be bad this year.
So what is he going to be doing? Standing up, edge rusher? Or he going to put his hand in the ground? I don't understand what they're trying to do.
He ain't big enough to go in the ground every game.
Yeah.
He could be a situational pass rusher.
This is another Dante Fowler game because Dante Fowler around the same size.
Yo, can you imagine if Shiloh goes before Shador?
Oh my gosh. Shador's not a bad cornerback. I did watch him though. He had a couple picks there.
He's a safety, not a corner.
Right.
But he ain't ranked very high, bro. The problem is a lot of people want to give Dion benefit of doubt, so they like Dion. So they try to pass their Dion love onto his kids.
Right.
And you see it with a lot of the media. This is ridiculous. He didn't get drafted. There's other quarterbacks getting drafted.
Right.
And the NFL has shown you over the history that they will draft somebody with problems if they think that they have enough talent. There are plenty of players that have had stories come out and that's been surrounded by off the court issues and stuff like that. Dez Bryant has shit that was getting leaked out about him having off the field issues. And the Cowboys traded up to get him. If you are that dude, they will come get you.
Yeah, that's right. Why did they go get Green? He was that dude. He got some issues, but
they looked at another one and maybe some shit's changing with Shoddy in the office.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think they're going offense, man. They so wishy-washy.
Shoddy might be changing it up.
You think so?
Green Bay just took a tackle.
What, offensive tackle?
Yeah, Anthony Dalton. Yeah, Shoddy might be changing the way they look at it. We don't know how much control or say Shoddy has.
Right.
You know, Shoddy might just be a bystander in the room, or he might be one that can sit back and go, you know what? I don't need to be the guy in the spotlight. If Jerry Jones want to be the one to get in front of the camera after every pick and after every game, he can do that. I'm just going to focus on coaching.
Right.
You know, we don't know because this is his first time head coaching.
All these linebackers going off the board. Tight end. Seattle got a tight end. Miami.
But
Damn,
you also draft based off of the depth of the draft. The defensive tackles, if there's a lot of defensive tackles you're okay with, then you push that position back for a while. Just
right.
like if you're okay with a lot, if we go off of what Savage said and say there's 30 running backs in this draft, then I'm not going to prioritize running back early in the early rounds. I'm gonna get some of the ones that's like, man, there's only 2 guards in the draft worth taking. So you better get them now, otherwise you're not gonna find a guard later on. But you can find a running back later on. You see what I mean?
He
So
got yeah.
that's why you got to let the whole draft play out.
They still can get another edge rusher from Oregon.
Yeah, but they need a
Oh,
linebacker, a corner, 2 safeties. They need running backs. They need a tight end. They need another wide receiver. They need a lot. I just don't want them reaching for picks.
right.
That's the problem. Don't reach and don't get projects. You can't afford to have people that can flame out at 50-50. Oh, he might work, he might not.
So what am this
You
guy
can't do that.
drafted? Is he a project or what? Or a starter?
He's probably second round, you drafted him to be a starter. Which is crazy because you drafted Nealon last year to also be a starter.
Exactly. Second round, right?
Yeah, second round. So I don't like I said, I don't understand the philosophy, and this guy might be an insurance policy for Micah. We don't know how the negotiations are going. Everything that we going off of is what's publicly available and what we think is going on behind the scenes. But if Micah Parsons isn't agreeing to terms, he's done after this year and on the open market. And if you think you got the guy that you can get 4 or 5 years out of with this new guy, then
This
you take
guy's still there.
who?
The running back out of Iowa. That's the one that Champ like.
Yeah, but we don't know if they like it. We don't know what they're looking for. We know what style of running back we like, but we don't know what they like.
That's the one right there. Champ love him because he said he was mail, what do they call mail carrier, whatever it is.
Like I said, it's okay. They will find somebody else. If they bust in this draft, they will find somebody else to try it again next year. And if they bust in that draft, they'll try it again next year. And I have removed all emotions from the Cowboys. Now, I'm telling you right now, if the first round pick is getting blown off the ball and getting put on his ass, I'm going to have a problem because you cannot have 3 number 1 busts in a row.
Right.
That is my problem. You got your first round draft picks as busts, the ones you cannot fuck up. And you've done it
Right.
multiple years in a row. And it's not just recently. You fucked up all the way back to Bobby Carpenter taking first round. And
Right. Yeah,
Taco
you fucked up
Charlton
that one. Woo, yeah.
and Morris Claiborne and all of these fucking players that they thought was the next generational player. It's all of these fucking players. These are your first round busts. This ain't
Right.
a third round, fourth round. Hey, I'm gonna take a flyer on them or something like that. You're busting on your first rounders, who should
Right.
be no brainers.
Right.
And then they get scared to release it. Mozzie Smith, if he don't work out this year, man, you need to fucking cut him.
Oh my God.
Do not keep him around for 4 years just because he's on contract.
That's what I was
Guyton
saying.
got next. I give Guyton next year at left
Uh-huh.
tackle, and then the following year at right tackle because you're gonna get rid of Terrence Steele. If he fucks up at right tackle, then don't stick around with him just because you got him under contract. Move the fuck on.
Right.
There's no need to sit up there and say this guy's under contract, so we just gonna keep him around until the contract up. Cut him, eat the money, move on.
Right.
It's that seems to be their way of doing things, and it's mostly just laziness. They're just lazy.
Yeah.
They're going in there renegotiating people contracts early, getting in touch with the agent, finding out what the market is, not resetting the market every fucking time somebody come knock on the door for a contract.
Damn,
It's
Walker's
annoying.
still out there. Damn.
Who?
331. Walker. Damn, Walker's still out there.
I'm about to jump off, man. If you still alive
Okay.
when the Cowboys come around on round 3, I might jump in and discuss the pick after they make it.
Okay.
But don't let these Cowboys stress you out, man. They don't give a fuck about
Oh,
you.
whoa, hell no. Ain't nothing about stress me out. Not me. Hell no. I might
Well,
jump out. I might jump off. I might jump back off and jump back on it when they ready to pick up.
yeah,
We
because
probably what?
you probably an hour and a half away from them picking again.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. We 20 something. We're half an hour away from the third pick.
Nah, you longer than that, man.
Bruh, we the middle of the second.
What's the next pick?
Next pick is the Bears.
And
That's at
56.
24.
And
No,
what's
I'm
the
sorry, 56.
and what's
Detroit.
the Cowboys' next pick?
No, a 7, what is it, 40, 60, 70. Let me see. Let me look at this. Oh yeah, we at 76.
Yeah, there's at least 5 minutes in between each pick.
Right.
So you're looking at 100 minutes, roughly an hour and a half.
About an hour, yeah. Okay, jump back in then on the third pick. I might go take a break and then come back.
All right.
I want my time to run out because they got another damn time limit shit.
Yep.
I've been on for 2 hours now. Okay, bye. All right. I'm about to get ready to end this stream and then maybe I'll kick back on in about an hour. And then we can put everything on pause and come back a little bit. That should do it for right now. All right, peace.